All right, so we are following up on it was a violent weekend here in the Charlotte area, specifically Uptown. So in Uptown, one person is dead, five others hurt in a shooting there in Uptown. This is the second shooting uh, this past weekend in a popular nightlife area. That's a look at the scene there in Uptown. We want to. I want to send it out to WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre, who is covering it. Jesse, you're in Uptown, so Jesse, catch us up. What's the latest on this case?
Well, like you mentioned, Nick, this is a popular area in Uptown near First Ward Park off of North College Street. This is an area that, and if you look at the alleyway behind me, where there are multiple clubs or night places, events, or, for events and nightlife out here. And so there's a lot that's going on in this area. And so around 2 o'clock in the morning, unfortunately, nights of having fun turned into gunfire. Now, we know that one person was killed, and police have identified him as Arley Bryant. And I was able to get in touch with some of his family members, and they say he was a beloved father, and this is a devastating loss for them as they continue to grieve. Now, Encore nightclub, which is also in this alleyway, did confirm that one of their employees was did pass away in this shooting. And, again, they're also, impacted with this loss. But, like you mentioned, there's been two shootings in this same area. And, within 24 hours of each other, First Ward Park, folks going out late night and then gunfire erupting. So, when you have things like that, there's definitely a lot of questions about safety and security. Now, I did reach out to CMPD, and I had so many questions for them. Someone did call me back, and they say that they do have officers, and they did have officers patrolling this area. They have officers patrolling this area night and day, and that patrolling was not a concern, was not something that they were lacking on. They couldn't answer any more questions. They couldn't give me any more details, but that is the information they wanted to pass over. So again, this is just a devastating situation when you have folks losing their life, and we don't know the details of exactly what happened here.
Yeah, you're talking about a sad situation there. Jesse, I do want to ask, I know, as we mentioned, I know you reached out to the family of the victim. You reached out to police. Have you talked to the folks that live there or probably out and about there? Like, if so, how are they feeling?
It's so funny because there's a lot of tourists that do come in this area, right? So you get a lot of them. And, just speaking to folks who are in the area, a lot of folks do feel safe over here, but a lot of times they're not also hanging out late night in this area, right? So that might have a different feel when you're hanging out late night. The crowd might be, a different group or so forth. But folks I'm seeing here relatively feel like they're safe. However, we did get some emails and concerns from folks who live in the area who say that the complete opposite, right? So different people have different feelings about it and say that, there is concerns about safety and that they do feel like there should be a higher police presence in this area, not only because of these two shootings, but just in the overall large crowds that happen and general violence in the Uptown area.
That is Jesse Pierre live in Uptown. You can catch her at 5 and 6 this evening. Jesse, thank you for your time and stay safe out there. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's Jesse Pierre. She's covering and following up on the string of violence there in Uptown Charlotte. She'll be live at 5 and 6, and then you can catch her story on our website and on our app. All right, so we want to shift now to